Hi students, in the last video we discussed the configuration and the classification of carbohydrates. In this video we are going to see two monosaccharides like glucose and fructose. So glucose and fructose are classified as monosaccharides. Now let us see one of the simple sugar like glucose. Glucose acts as major energy source for us. Glucose is present in honey and sweet fruits like grapes and mangoes. So, glucose is the most important sugar. Our human blood contains about 100 milligram per deciliter of glucose. So, glucose is also known as blood sugar. Glucose is also present in sucrose, cellulose, starch in the combined form. Now, the preparation of glucose. When canned sugar, that is sucrose, is boiled with dilute sulfuric acid, it undergoes hydrolysis and gives two monosaccharides like glucose and fructose. This is one of the method for preparation of glucose, and commercially glucose is prepared by hydrolysis of starch with dilute hydrochloric acid. When starch hydrolysis to give n times glucose. Then now we are going to see the structure elucidation of glucose. So glucose is an aldohexose because it has aldehyde is the functional group with 6 carbon atoms. So glucose is the aldohexose. The proposed structure of glucose is in this slide. See that it is optically active because it has 4 asymmetric carbon atoms. Here the asymmetric carbon atoms are represented by C star. So the proposed structure of glucose was derived on the following evidence. So the first evidence is elemental analysis and molecular weight determination shows that the molecular formula for glucose is C6H12O6. When glucose reduced with hydrochloric acid and red phosphorus, it gives a mixture of N-hexane and 2-iodohexane. Gives N-hexane and 2-iodohexane. Hence, N-hexane is the major product. So it indicates that the 6 carbon atoms in the glucose molecules are linearly bonded, not branched. So the 6 carbon atoms are only linearly bonded. Then glucose is react with hydroxylamine, that is NH2OH, to form oxide, and with hydrogen cyanide HCN, glucose forms cyanohydrin. So these reactions indicates the presence of carbonyl group in glucose. So carbonyl group means either it may be aldehyde or ketone. So carbonyl group present in the glucose. But already we saw the structure of glucose. See that the structure is in the right side of this slide, and it has only aldehyde group, not ketone group. So it can be explained by the following steps. Glucose get oxidized with the bromine water to form gluconic acid. So glucose get oxidized to gluconic acid with mild oxidizing reagent like bromine water. This indicates the presence of aldehyde group at one end. Because if ketone group is present in glucose, it does not oxidize with bromine water. So aldehyde group occupies at one end of the glucose structure. Then what happens when glucose on react with strong oxidizing agent? When glucose react with strong oxidizing reagent like concentrated nitric acid, it gives glucoric acid. It indicates the other end of the glucose molecule is occupied by primary alkylic group. Primary alkylic group means CH2OH group at the other end of the glucose molecule. So now two or more test explains glucose having aldehyde as the functional group. When glucose reduces, tolerance reagent and Fehling solution confirms the presence of an aldehyde group. So tolerance reagent is nothing but ammoniacal silver nitrate. Glucose react with tolerance reagent and reduce it to metallic silver. Then Fehling solution is nothing but alkaline copper sulfate. So glucose reduces Fehling solution to red cuprous oxide precipitate. Due to this reducing property, glucose having aldehyde is the functional group. Then in the next point, we are going to prove the five alkali groups are present in the glucose. When glucose react with acetic anhydride in the presence of pyridine, it forms glucose pentaacetate. That means pentaacetate is formed. It indicates there are five hydroxyl group present in the glucose molecule because it produces only pentaacetate. So glucose molecules have five hydroxyl group. But glucose is a stable compound. It does not undergo dehydration easily. So the five hydroxyl groups are attached different carbon atoms, not in the single carbon atom. So five hydroxyl groups are attached in different carbon atom. So the structure is derived. So this open chain pentahydroxyl structure is in this slide. The structure of glucose did not explain its chemical behavior completely. So in order to explain the proposed structure, that one of the hydroxyl group react with aldehyde group to form a cyclic structure. Let us see the cyclic structure of glucose. Here we see the two cyclic structure of glucose. These structures are called anomeric structure because anomers are nothing but two isomers differ only in the configuration of C1 carbon, that is first carbon. So anomers are nothing but two isomers differ only in the configuration of C1 carbon, that is first carbon. Here these two cyclic structures of glucose only differ in first carbon. So these two are anomeric forms of glucose. They are referred as alpha and beta forms. The cyclic structure of glucose is similar to the structure of pyrene. So pyrene structure is similar to the structure of glucose, and hence it is called pyranose form. So the two structures are referred as alpha D glucopyranose and beta D glucopyranose. Now let us see what is epimers and epimerization. When sugars differing in configuration at asymmetric center is called epimers. When sugars differing in configuration at asymmetric center is called epimers, and the process by which one epimer is converted into other is called epimerization. Here D-mannose and D-glucose are differing in the asymmetric center C2, but the chemical formula, the structure also same, but it differs only in the asymmetric center, that is in the second carbon. So it is called C2 epimers. D-mannose and D-glucose are referred as C2 epimers, and D-glucose and D-galactose differ in C4 carbon. So they are C4 epimers. Now we are going to see fructose. Fructose is another commonly known monosaccharides having the same molecular formula as glucose, that is H12O6. This mostly present in fruits and hence it is called fruit sugar. Then fructose is prepared by hydrolysis of sucrose with dilute sulfuric acid or with enzyme like invertase. So on hydrolysis, sucrose gives two monosaccharides like glucose and fructose. Commercially, fructose is prepared by hydrolysis of inulin. So inulin is a polysaccharide having molecular formula of C6H12O5 n times. So which on hydrolysis to give n times fructose. Now let us see the structure of fructose. So fructose is a ketohexose. See that the structure of fructose. It has ketone as the functional group. So fructose is the ketohexose because it has ketone as the functional group with the 6 carbon atoms. The proposed structure of glucose in this slide, it has 3 asymmetric carbon atoms, so it is optically active. Like glucose, fructose also having the molecular formula of C6H12O6, and it is proved by elemental analysis and a molecular weight determination. On reduction with the hydrochloric acid and red phosphorus, fructose also gives N-hexane as the major product, so it indicates the 6 carbon atoms of the fructose molecules are linearly bonded, no branches. And fructose also react with hydroxylamine and hydrogen cyanide like glucose. This indicates the presence of aldehyde or ketone group in the fructose molecules, that is carbonyl group is in the glucose molecule. But unlike glucose, fructose is not oxidized by mild oxidizing reagent like bromine water. So it indicates the absence of aldehyde group in fructose. We already see the glucose react with bromine water to form gluconic acid. It indicates the presence of aldehyde group. But now fructose is not oxidized by mild oxidizing reagent like bromine water. So it indicates the absence of aldehyde group in the fructose. Now, the presence of ketone group in the fructose molecule can be explained by following two tests. The first test is on partial reduction with sodium amalgam, fructose produces two epimers like sorbitol and mannitol. So sorbitol and mannitol are epimers. These two epimers at the second these two are the epimers at the second carbon atom. This confirms the presence of ketone group at the second carbon. So fructose molecule has the ketone group at the second carbon atom. And when oxidation with nitric acid, like a strong oxidizing reagent, concentrated nitric acid, fructose give glycolic acid and tartaric acid. This indicates the rupture of carbon atom can be occur. It means keto group is present in the second carbon atom, and it shows the primary alcoholic group, that is CH2 group present in C1 and C6, that is both the end of the fructose molecule contains a primary alcoholic group, and the second carbon has the ketone group. Fructose also react with the acidic anhydride in the presence of pyridine. It forms pentaacetate. It indicates the presence of 5 hydroxyl group in the fructose molecule. So based on this evidence, the proposed structure of fructose is here. It has 3 chiral carbons and it is denoted by C star. So in this structure, the 3 chiral carbons are denoted by C star. Now, like glucose, fructose also forms cyclic structure. But unlike glucose, it forms a five-membered ring similar to furan. Hence, it is called furanose form. Already we saw the cyclic structure of glucose is pyranose form, but the cyclic structure of fructose is furanose form because it has the structure of furan like structure. Now let us see the difference between glucose and fructose molecule. The first point is glucose is the polyhydroxyaldehyde because it has the aldehyde functional group with the 5 hydroxyl group. But fructose is the polyhydroxy ketone because it has ketone as the functional group at carbon 2. Then glucose is the dextrorotatory compound and fructose is the levorotatory compound. Dextrorotatory means it rotates the plane polarized light into clockwise direction. So fructose molecule rotates the plane polarized light into anti-clockwise direction. So it is a levorotatory compound. Then glucose have 4 asymmetric carbon atom, but fructose have 3 asymmetric carbon atom. So glucose molecule produces 16 optical isomers. Number of optical isomers can be calculated by 2 power n formula. Here n is the number of chiral carbon or number of asymmetric carbon. Glucose has 4 asymmetric carbon. So 2 power n, 2 power 4 means 16 optical isomers are possible in glucose. Fructose has only 3 asymmetric carbons, so it produces 2 power 3, that is 8 optical isomers are possible in fructose. Then the cyclic structure of glucose is pyranose form, we already saw that, but in cyclic structure of fructose is furanose form. Thank you.